quality of representative opinion and facts.
Fresh
Bigger practical wellness,
sex issues on port operations, and more.
Every time we talk about sport, it's everything that has to do with sport from the top to the finish. Just be with us, stay with us all of the time. We give you sporting activities just as you unfold, and that's what we do, and that's why we are called Voice of the People TV. And you already know,
we got you all covered.
Here, you have more than a voice.
We encourage followers on all our social media VOP.ng for fresh and true television.
You have more than a voice.
2564 is coming up on Barney 9, right?
The 2564 Atlantic Tower.
What happens in the hush behind hangar doors? Who signs the papers that gamble with lives? Which truths were grounded before they even ever had wings? If you've ever buckled a seatbelt at 30,000 feet, if you've ever stared out of that tiny window and wondered who's really in control of the skies, it isn't just flight, it's power, it's politics, it's pressure sealed in steel. We're peeling back the clouds from runway risks to sky-high secrets. We're diving deep where most dare not to look. Aviation Scope, every Sunday at 7 p.m. only on Voice of the People TV. We don't just report, we reveal. We don't just ask, we uncover. Because when it comes to the skies, ignorance is turbulence. Aviation Scope, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning.
From the views on the street
we go to bed empty hunger
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things that makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people. The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz, music, fashion, interviews, and more. Spotlight on Voice of the People Television. Let's feed you with all the juicy stories in the global entertainment space, bringing you the glitz and glamour as it is hot. Stay tuned to Spotlight, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. Spotlight on VOP TV. Entertainment like never before. Join us as we drive into the world of politics through insightful interviews with prominent political figures, both serving and former governors, ministers, senators, legislators.
Ever wonder what inspires your favorite gospel artists? Explore and discover the rich heritage of continental gospel music and how this transformative journey has evolved and shaped cultures around the world. As we dig deep into archival treasures, feel the energy in our praise jam, Gospel Fusion on Voice of the People Television. Tune in this Sunday, 3 to 4 p.m. and be part of a transformative experience that uplifts and inspires. Join us as we explore the transformative power of gospel music and its ability to uplift spirits and unite hearts. Tune in this Sunday, 3 to 4 p.m. on Voice of the People Television. Gospel Fusion. Let's fuse our hearts in praise and joy.
The 2564 Atlantic Tower.
What happens in the hush behind hangar doors? Who signs the papers that gamble with lives? Which truths were grounded before they even ever had wings? If you've ever buckled a seatbelt at 30,000 feet, if you've ever stared out of that tiny window and wondered who's really in control of the skies, it isn't just flight, it's power, it's politics, it's pressure sealed in steel. We're peeling back the clouds from runway risks to sky-high secrets. We're diving deep where most dare not to look. Aviation Scope, every Sunday at 7 p.m. only on Voice of the People TV. We don't just report, we reveal. We don't just ask, we uncover. Because when it comes to the skies, ignorance is turbulence. Aviation Scope, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning.
You say some things are not working in Nigeria. Yes, quick one. Apologies that we had this break, but let's talk about the business. Yes, apologies that we had to start the show this late, and also some of those technical breaches that happens on the media fan. But quickly, let's get into it properly and tell you about the Super Eagles camp, how it's been so far. My name is Kizike, and I'm your host on this show, the Sports Republic Timeout, so we can talk about the Super Eagles. As I reported yesterday, we had 15 players trained at the main bowl of the Gospel Aquarium International Stadium Uyo on Tuesday as the Super Eagles begin preparation for the crucial 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Rwanda. The session was overseen by the team head coach Eric Chell, and that game will be coming up very soon. Talk about the must-win game. The remaining 8 players are expected to join today, being Wednesday, goalkeeper Stanley Wabali, Tolu Arokodare, Victor Osimhen, Chrisantos Uche, Ademola Lookman, Cyril Dezers, Samuel Chikwueze, Rafael Onyedika are all expected in camp on Wednesday. Now, moving on, Super Eagles will continue their preparation with another session today. Nigeria will play Rwanda. That's a clash in March Day 7 encounter at the Gospel Aquarium International Stadium, and that's a very game that will be coming up so soon. Now, let's tell you another one again. Chikwueze is saying something today. Samuel Chikwueze is saying he has said it's important for the Super Eagles to win their upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier match against Rwanda and South Africa. Eric Chelman currently sits in 4th position in the Group C with 7 points from 6 games. Bafana Bafana of South Africa topped the standard with 13 points from the same number of matches. Chikwueze claimed, and he's saying he believes that the Super Eagles will win their remaining game and that chances of securing a very big place at the Global Soccer Fiesta. In the words of Samuel Chikwueze on Fulham TV, he said, "For now, I'm just focusing on the game. We'll see the next 2 games, Rwanda and South Africa. So I think we have to win all our games to secure the ticket." Chikwueze is expected to hit camp, and I think he's already in camp now, and that's a big game coming up very soon. But before we get into another talk, This guy, what's going on? We gave you MTN and still you struggle with network. Well, I'm going to pretend like I'm not saying this. This is about Gabo. Let's have some of those comments that we had on the show yesterday. Not on the show. We had some of those comments, few of them when the show was done. Not all of them. We can't bring you all of the comments we had, but let's quickly bring you some of it. Then you can also see for yourself, and you can read from the screen what we have now. This one says, honestly, his name is Akinola Fashola. He said, honestly, I don't know why people are so scared of South Africa. Who is South African side by side with Nigeria? That's like a competition. And he's saying, Super Eagles will trash them in their own backyard. Calm down. Super Eagles will wallop both Rwanda and South Africa, and Nigeria will qualify. Take it to the bank. And another one says, they kind of say, he's saying, you're going to learn the hard way. 4-0 is loading. I guess that's a South African man on that one. One more comment can we see? Let me say this. Possibly this might be the last one. We can just run a lot to talk about on this day. This one says, our squad is very unpredictable this time. Don't think about Sundowns players alone. Only. That's about Mamelodi Sundowns. We say we shouldn't think about the South African team alone. You will be lost, especially this time around. Now, another one says, Bami saying, let them be doing the talking. We will settle everything on the field. If not our past coach that don't pick correct squads before. I understand he's saying not picking the right squad. That's his point. And also this one saying, I'm confident Nigeria will beat South Africa in South Africa. I'm only worried for Nigeria versus Rwanda home game. So, well, okay, I think he got off that comment. Now, for that post you just heard me read, he's saying his confidence. We'll tell about South Africa. They are getting ready. But I'm liking what the Nigerian Football Federation is doing. I'm liking the story about Nigerians based in South Africa. I'm liking every of this. The way it's going is nice to talk about because we are going to be seeing a very must-win game. And I like the way this is going. We don't want to wait till we get to South Africa before we get the result right. In the course of the show, we'll tell you more where the South African side are believing that Nigeria will lose to Rwanda. So in other words, you could say, lose to Rwanda and then come and play me. There's a stadium change. We'll talk about South Africa. See, a lot in South Africa to be talked about on this show today. But please get to know this. We are not saying that all we are thinking about now is South Africa. I think every coach will tell you, we are going to take all the games beat by beat. We're not just going to think about South Africa and how far it goes. No. We're also going to play Rwanda, and right after Rwanda, we will play South Africa. But some of the comments are actually giving me some of the vibes I want on the show. This one says, let me read this comment quickly. Bajay Sports says, Nigeria will beat both teams. So we will beat both teams coming from that one. Please keep these comments coming. Yesterday on the show, I recall it was a big one with me, and I know how it feels reading your comments just to know that you're part of the show so we can be talking this together. And it's not just about me on the show, it's about you and I so we can dissect all of this. But for every Nigerian out there watching me today, just be optimistic. Believe that the sky will not be our limit, but rather our stepping stone. Why am I saying this? The game we played against South Africa, don't forget South Africa played 1-1 in Nigeria. So if South Africa man, open man, they talk to me anyhow for comment section, I'm not going to blame them. Now waiting Nigeria do us. Even the one where just happened, so maybe say the show start late. Now waiting Nigeria do us. Anything happen in Nigeria, they do us. But I don't want to make blames now. I don't want to point the blames on anybody. I'm just trying to say that the Super Eagles players need to be focused. Now let's talk about our best player. Okay, let me talk about the first comment before I talk about our best player. This first comment said something. He said, why do Nigerians like to follow too much EPL teams than their own clubs? This is like a big diss. Person who drop this comment for comment session, now South African person. And sometimes it's not all about banter. Sometimes when words like this come out, I would not just write it off. I will hold it strong because we learn every day. And it's not a do or die sometimes, I like to say when it's Wednesday play days. Now, today on the show, imagine, this is not Nigeria we did. This is Nigeria. This is Lagos to be exact. And at the comment section, a South African has come. See, you know why he's my friend? We might have all the banter on the show, but he's my friend because he's a South African that follows a Nigerian show. So I have to connect with him. He works for me. But at some point, we might have some days. Now he's saying, why do Nigerians like to follow too much EPL games, that's English Premier League games, than their own clubs? I don't even know. Now this one I pay me pass. I'm so paid when I was paying when I saw. He said, I don't even know, oh my goodness, a single Nigerian club Why can't you support your own? Embrace it and invest in it. I will take the word invest in it, but who says we're not supporting our own? We're supporting our own, bro. The way you support Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs, Chippa United, Mamelodi Sundowns, all of these clubs in South Africa, that's how we support. We have fan club, we have fan base, we have this, let me even introduce to you, so you just in case you don't know, I'll tell you about some Nigerian MPFL club. I'll tell you about 10, so let me tell you so you can know. Today, don't say you don't know. That's why you're on the show today. I'll tell you, my friend, on the comment section, his name is Kagbo Wadinomoro. He is a South African international. He's part of the show today, and he's saying to my face that he does not even know one. Because say no, not because say we not the play, it's because our league is not yet structured as it ought to be. The truth is bitter. If I talk, nobody will beat me. That's just what it is. If our league is structured well, like the way it needs to go, people need to invest. Because if I happen to be one of the investors and I'm thinking aloud, I want to invest my money on the MPFL, Nigeria Premier Football League, I must see workings. That's the word. It feels like everything's not really going well at that point. I'm not saying they're not trying. David Snow, me, is trying his best. So they're all doing what they can do to see that the MPFL goes well. But they can do more. Okay, now let me tell you. We have a game to play Saturday against Rwanda. How many of the MPFL boys are involved? If I can get that team, let me see. I don't think any MPFL player is there. But, well, I'm going to also tell you, my friend, one of the reasons why we know EPFL clubs, or EPL clubs, Premier League clubs, let me call it Premier League. Why we know Premier League clubs is because our players are in the MPFL and also in the EPL. I will call like few players for you. How many South African players are there for Premier League? How many? How many? We'll talk about the point today, don't worry. But I'm just trying, I think today is for me and this is my man. How many South Africans are playing in European football? You don't want to dare Nigeria with South Africa. You don't go close. They're not rich. How many let's even be factual, let's even say it. Value-wise, players, individuals, anyway, Nigeria is far better individually than the South African side. No disrespect to clubs out there, but how many of them? I know the league is structured well. I know about the North African side. The Algerian people, the Tunisian, they don't really travel a lot. How many Egyptians are there outside? We see get name. Omar Mamouche, right? Mo Salah. Tell me another one. Try to get play, go back to Thailand League, go back to Egyptian League. I'm not saying the Pyramids, the Al Ali, the Somali, they're not good club side, but I'm only saying that we are good. Nigeria is good to go. I know it's got my time on the show today, but we're going to talk more. Now, why am I saying this? Alexi Iwobi don't go on loan to Fulham. Be counting with me. Let's talk about Nigerians in the Premier League. Alexi Iwobi has just made a move recently, and that's from AC Milan on loan to where? You know the club, Abi? Fulham. So we're having 3 players of Fulham playing under Marco Silva. Alexi Iwobi is there. Tolu Aroko-Dare is for Wolverhampton. So Alexi Iwobi, Calvin Bassey, and Samuel Chikwe is now 3. I don't count. Now go to Wolves. The Molino, Wolverhampton, you have Tolu Aroko-Dare. He's so good that they have to call him Tolu. Scores goals for Genk, and now he's in the Premier League. And they count 4. If you remember one South Africa, where Steven Pienaar come out, 2014 come out, I don't see any South African person game. See, I mean, Gabo, this is me with you now. Please name South Africans in Europe. Let me see if you can name. Now, I'm not done though. Now, let's talk about Ola Aina. He plays for Nottingham Forest. Yeah, look at the squad. You're saying the squad, you're saying, so let's even be factual. Mwabali, Chippa United, Abaso J in the Tanzanian side, Adeleye also Volus. Now, Benjamin is a Premier League player, but on loan to Denda from Brentford. Ekong plays for Alkalud. Ola Aina plays for Nottingham Forest, that's Nigeria. Bruno Emechi plays for Olympiacos, Greece. Osai Samuel also plays for, I think he's back to the championship now, yes. Then also, Awazim is in the 9th side. Iwobi is in Fulham. Didi is in Besiktas, Somley as Leicester. Onyeka is Brentford. Onyedikachi is, Club Brugge. Christantus Uche is now in EPL. He's now in Crystal Palace. Now, Bashir is in Italy. Osimhen is in Turkey. Chikwueze is in EPL. Lukman came from that place. Desert, and we could just keep naming them. So I beg, my friend, let's do this together. Now, let's leave the space and talk about the Super Eagles now and Victor Osimhen in the news. Super Eagles training camp in Uyo will be in a full house show today with the arrival of my best man in the national team, Victor Osimhen, and 6 other players. By the end of, let's say by the last count of yesterday, we had 16 players, and that's in Uyo, but this game will be very, very tight. Moses Simon, Benjamin Frederick, Alexi Iwobi, Brad Osai Samuel, Stanley Mabali, we are among the players who reported early to camp, so early bets, but Victor Osimhen and the crew will be coming today. Bro, may not tell me why. See, I want to even say it because I still want to apologize to you that the show started late. And that was the reason, but we could apologize because I recall on the show I was saying, join me on the show 11 a.m. Nigerian time, and it started quite late, but some technical bridges, apologies about that very one. But I'm talking about the must-win game. Now, one man is talking, and he's the president of Nigerian football. It's not time, like I rarely said, to accustom blame or to put blame on anybody, not the Akon star. The president of the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, Ibrahim Musa Gusau, has called the Nigerians, please, men are here well, to continue to keep their faith alive with the Super Eagles as they prepare on the match days 7 and 8 for the game. Now, I'll tell you, there's a visa talk. In our South Africa, we'll go storm South Africa. If I will come up for studio, go South Africa, we are coming. Shabina say everything they work well for South Africa. Small thing just break now. You don't talk about Nigeria this thing. South Africa now, there's a stadium change. We'll go to, when I just wait, will they come down? We're going to that place. See, you not get country, you not get come out. The only problem we get here, we play with our education. I need investment sometimes. But speaking ahead of the upcoming fixtures, our NFL president expressed confidence in the team's ability to turn the tide in their favor. Despite currently fourth, we are sitting fourth in the log. But I tell you, the Eagles are set to face Rwanda on March the 6th, 2025 in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, before traveling to South Africa to take on the Bafana Bafana on September 1825. Now, the president said, should I tell you what he said? NFL president go good. Now, NFL president go good for screen. We don't tell that next one. Now, he said, there are strong possibilities that the Super Eagles will emerge successfully from the group. The players are determined, the players are focused and fully aware of the task ahead. This is what I want to hear. So it means that the players now, they know say something there at stake. You might not understand. It's not just about me talking about this now. The players themselves now don't know because people are talking. If people like Dino Moro on the comment section can be talking, why will Osimhen not score them? Because the president now has assured that all necessary technical and logistical arrangements have been made to support the team campaign, and that boosts the chances of our qualification. He also went as far as emphasizing that the Federation of the National Sports Commission are leaving no stone unturned to ensure that Nigeria qualify for the World Cup. And this will be jointly hosted by USA, Canada, Mexico. And this is the first time the tournament to be held across 3 countries. That's why it's paining me. They pay me. If we don't go this World Cup, I'm pained. I'm pained already. So I want them to feel this pain. Because the Super Eagles are also aiming to build up their previous results in the qualifiers. They defeated 2-0. The Rwanda side, we beat Rwanda 2-0 for Kigali earlier this year. And we were held to a 1-1 draw by South Africa in Uyo. That's what's paining me. If we had won that game in South Africa, in Nigeria against South Africa, that's why you see South Africans coming out to say anything they want to say. But I like the fact that they know, you don't understand, themselves, they know say that match now, big match. It's a game of class. It's a game that we'll see how it will go. And if you ask me, I'll tell you on the show that Nigeria will come out strong. Someone said to me that they've not lost the game, blah, 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 see, you see that match? Our president now has reiterated that the team has the backing of the Federation and National Sports Commission to ensure that all structures are in place to them for the players to succeed. Now, do you know why I'm saying this? If you remember when we played Rwanda, do you remember in Kigali? You get what NFF them do what I like. I don't know how they did it. For the first time in a long time, they pressed all the necessary buttons. Like, I don't know how they did it. The turn up in Kigali was big. Fans full that place. Now, so we want to enter South Africa. We enter, they go show them. Say, now Nigeria, they come. All those players, may they shave their head normally, may they know and match, they don't go play. Because I'm very, very sure if we beat South Africa, if we beat Rwanda, beat South Africa, this my friend waiting for comment section, not going to talk to me anyhow. It's paining me. How can the South Africa come out, come in here, go, see comment plenty here. You just talk many things. He said one thing about our network, but he took it off. Because I don't think he wants a date, but I don't know. Now, our president is now saying we understand the expectation of Nigerians, and we are confident that the team will rise to the occasion. We urge all the fans, please, me and the fellow NFF, they beg you now, rally behind the Super Eagles in those crucial matches. It's a double-header. We want to pick up the 6 points in this very 2 game. We need to win this one to keep our hopes alive. But how do you do it if you don't beat Rwanda first? On this show, I have some comments that says, some of my comments says, South Africa people, they believe now, say Rwanda go stop us. I will tell you why I'm angry. See, many things they made me the best for this show. You know why? Lesotho that is supposed to play a game against South Africa away from home. They get some kind of stadium problem. Now they go complete. There's there are neighboring countries, Lesotho and South Africa. They like themselves very well. They understand themselves well. Neighboring countries like Nigeria and the Republic. Now it be just short, close. You know the connection. But now, is that so bad that the game will play in South Africa? Now, after that same game we play in South Africa, when they don't play Lesotho finish, they'll come wait for Nigeria. So the South Africans have everything for them. They have the advantage. They will play on the pitch 2 times officially. Listen now, Bloemfontein, I've been at the corner. We dey come that place. But let me jump this one. Yeah, okay, I'll call for that. Just hold on, stay with me. Now, our goal is one man we'll talk about, but let me keep him on the sideline and jump to the story about the South African people because I need to talk about this. Yes, now this one says, FIFA gives Toyota Stadium green light for Bafana Bafana against Super Eagles clash. Let's talk about this one now so you understand what I'm saying. The World Football Governing Body FIFA, in conjunction with the Confederation of African Football CAF, when I hear this thing, has officially cleared Toyota Stadium in Bloemfontein to host Bafana Bafana upcoming World Cup qualifying matches. When I hear, doubts had earlier surfaced following the communication from FIFA to the Lesotho Football Association hinting at a possible postponement of the encounter with South Africa, citing concerns over the stadium, the condition of the Free State Stadium pitch. However, I must tell you, after a fresh round of inspections, now this one ain't touched me, both FIFA and CAF has confirmed that the stadium will be made significant progress. The stadium will be used and will be fit for both statements and both games. Now, let me explain what I'm trying to say. Joint statement rates. Given the encouragement progress observed on the pitch, the two organizations have agreed that the matches will take place as originally scheduled at the Free State Stadium. This one is South Africa. Lesotho, or Lesotho, you won't call anyone, just see join, lacking a FIFA-approved stadium of its own. I tell only Nigeria and I get gossip across the whole. Their own state, they get plenty. Now, we will now host Bafana Bafana in Bloemfontein on Friday, September 5. 4 days later, Hugo Blues men will return to same venue. God, I beg, help Nigeria. They will return. Hey, this matter tied to, and they tell you, last thing I know, I said I talk. My even speaker of pitch, may not understand. That stadium where we say Nigeria go play South Africa. Now there, South Africa go play Lesotho, so they get advantage. Not be that stadium they for play the first match because that game is supposed to be played in Lesotho. But because Lesotho not get the facilitation to take host that match, now it makes South Africa now come. They can't come. If I can't come Nigeria, I'm they play. I'm not here on a different ground. Why is he even in that place? I'm even questioning CAF on this one. Why not agree? Why is he going to play there? If I can't go to track ground, because I recall a time where we had a game with Benin Republic. It was playing in Ivory Coast. That was the game I remember. Neutral ground. Why are they playing the game in South Africa? Why? This thing is worth thinking about. Let's think about this together. But while we talk about it, South Africa heads into these qualifiers at the top of the group standard with 13 points from 6 matches, setting the stage for 2 crucial encounters that could define the World Cup campaign. More go comment before I go back to the next story. I'm already getting pissed. Let's go some of the comments. Let's have it on the screen so I could read some of the comments. Let's start from the top. Thank you so much. Now, yes, the first one says, why do Nigerians like to follow too much EPL teams than their own club? You put question mark, Ibigo. This guy not the year word. Gabo Watinomoro, my friend. I don't know, but I see your picture. Say you're a South African guy. He said, I don't even know a single Nigerian club. Why can't you support your own? Embrace it and invest in it. Now, that's your last word. Now, be letter to Nigeria Football Federation because we have less investment on our football. That's why you see a man like you talking to me anyhow in this way. But I'll take it down again. Now, okay, Victor Nkomanu say the voice are not coming out. Okay, that will not pass. Don't come back. Nigeria will beat both teams. Then Cop_Chester says, but bro, you guys don't have pride in your own teams. Eh? How? This guy mouth not good though. He said we don't have pride in our own teams. Really? Can you say that? Are you say more things they happen for Nigeria? This guy not be Nigerian person. That make him rush me like 2 no though. He said, but bro, you guys don't have pride in your own team. Well, what we don't have is a team for now, but we have the squad. But I believe Eric Chell will show the world why they call him Eric Chell, the Franco-Malian. Let's get more comments on the screen so we can roll. Pajay Sports says they support Nigeria League, but we have good players. That's why the world wants Nigeria players. South Africa players are not good for EPL. You see, you see what I'm saying? Kagbo, Dinomoro, you see what you've cost. You see, Nigeria, I know Nigeria, our mouth's not good. If we rush now, you go, understand? You see, and you said something. That first comment said he cannot remember any, he doesn't know any MPFL club. But do you know that Aimba, okay, I'll read that one. Cop_Kedo says, we used to know Aimba. I'm happy you know Aimba. 2-time African champion. You know them. Now Nigerians only believe in European football. And this stable is not true. Even Nigeria saying, oh, okay, even Nigeria staying in South Africa only watch European football. We have, oh, this guy, this Cop_Keza, you're my friend, I like you. Because I think you're saying the fact. And you sound like you know our players very well. You see, you just said it. He said we have Stanley Wabali. Daniel Akwe was there. Igodaro is also there. And he said we are watching games. I go call it time. Yeah, let's go. Take it. So say how many of them played in the MPFL? How many are diaspora kids? Yeah, is anybody with me? Let's talk. Hello.
Yeah, Kizuke.
Great to have you on the show. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Yinka. The guy that told you I was going to come on Monday, I couldn't come.
Oh, that's Yinka Onifade from Canada.
Let me tell you the show. You see what CAF president is trying to play down is the fact that if that 3 points deduction is done before they play the game against Lesotho is going to become a monster. Lesotho comes to second position, and they can go and do and undo for South Africa. That's why.
Okay.
But if they are going to be so unfortunate, may they play a draw with them. Nigeria is going to beat South Africa. That I can tell you.
So sorry, let me ask you.
Nigeria is going to win South Africa.
I want to ask you this question: are you thinking anything? Something political is about to play out somewhere. Why is the point? Why is it taking time? Why?
Yeah, it's taking time because like that 3 points supposed to have been deducted, but they're not deducting it for the fact that they know that if they deduct it right now, Lesotho comes to second position automatically with the 3 points and 3 goals. And then he now becomes a monster in case there's a slight problem. Because South Africans know that they're going to lose the game to Eagles. They're just playing all those games that go to Bloemfontein. If they like, let them play it inside the president's palace in Johannesburg. They will not win that game. I'm telling you.
All right.
This is when you're going to see the best of Eagles. They will win that particular game. I'm telling you.
So you mean, if I get you right,
I don't know.
If I get you right, you're believing that Nigeria will win both games, right?
Why not? Nigeria will win both games, but the problem now is they are trying to play a situation where they are saying, "Oh, Lesotho, please win that game for."
Rwanda.
Rwanda win that game for us. Rwanda won't beat Nigeria. The worst that will happen in that game, even a half goal, Eagles could beat Rwanda.
Yeah.
Rwanda will escape being beaten.
All right. Thank you so much.
It's not going to be that. It's not going to be that a Guavon game that we played just because we are already qualified for Nations Cup.
Yeah.
This is World Cup.
So let me say this to you before you go. Now, what does it look like in Canada? Nigerians in Canada today, are they really anticipating a very great result for Nigeria against Rwanda? What does it look like? The masses there.
People want Nigeria to come now. What are you saying?
Yeah.
We are waiting for them to come now. They will win. They will win. That's my own. That's my own take home. I'm telling you, they will win.
Okay.
But I know that the politics behind it, we should have been playing that politics a long time ago. Not this time. South Africa is playing all the 4 remaining games for South Africa is home game.
Yeah. Well, whoa. This is like an eye opener. We know, but this is now I'm now thinking of what you're saying, because I don't want to say, I'm not trying to fault the FIFA, the CAF president, Patrice Motsepe, but I'm understanding what you're saying. Their remaining games will be home. Even the one that's supposed to be away is now going to be home. That's scary to talk about. But Onifade Yinka from Canada, thank you so much for being part of the show. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
God bless you. Thank you so much. Usually on the show, on the Sports Republic Timeout, I don't get on the phone lines. But the reason is that I know how people feel. Normally for me, if I did for TV, I know they like to say, call us. But a lot of people have a lot to say, and I know how it feels. That man for Canada, he don't do appointment with me without a share noted. You don't follow me say, more talk, but then he's on the show today. Nigerians in South Africa, Nigerians in Canada, we are all waiting for that must-win game. I don't have all the time on the show, but the only thing I will do to justify myself and to make myself happy is to read all the comments. So I would love to go back to where we stopped so we can just read that off and then we can go. Because my man, the South African man, hey, about the guy they run me well. Let's go. This one says, let me see where we stopped. I think, okay, we have this before. Let's go with the next one. Thank you so much. How many of them playing? Okay, this one says, We had this before. I think there's a lot of comments down there. A lot of comments. I don't have all of them on the screen. So let me see. Have I seen this before? Okay, there's Scott_Kaiser says, Bajay Sports. He tagged him on the comment section more like a banter. He said, our league is good in South Africa. Okay, our league is good. In South Africa, players are mostly earning well. South Africans take pride in building our own. He's a South African now. What do you think? Now, this name, I'm liking the name. Thokozani, that's the name. Ntombela, 90%, if not 100% of the current Super Eagles squad, or the current squad never play. Okay, sorry. Thokozani, Ntombela, say 90%, if not 100% of the current squad never play in the Nigerian league. Is it true? You asking questions. Well, yes, that's our squad. No PFL boy did it. Now, Leatherman says, how many of them played in the MPFL? How many are diaspora kids? He always went as far as saying, how many of them played? Okay, let's go more. Let's have more if I can get more on the show. Let me see. I'm just trying to pace it because there's no time to talk more. Let's see. Oh, my man came back again. He just dropped 3 comments together. This guy know the year word. He says South Africa will win. And he came, Nigeria. See, if you're a Nigerian on the comment section, please go carry Nigerian flag, put for there. When I put Nigerian flag for comment section, man, they see him because this guy now don't run anytime sound meeting, not they pay me for body. One side they do me, I understand. He said, your government doesn't scare us. But I'll tell you that what our government will do now, it go fear you. Pigeon the sweet. What our government will do now will scare you. He went as far as saying, all I know is that every South African out there is tired of losing to Nigeria. Nigeria will beat South Africa. This thing, I will go back to this day. If I have more of them, is there more? I think I can see more. I can see more. Okay, Eric Limpopo is a bit dance. You know, Casey, brother. Hell, he don't come. Oh. He said, you are shameless, waiting for deduction for Nigeria to qualify. Comment, deal. You are shameless, waiting for deduction for Nigeria to qualify. You can't win your games. Very shameful. Is he talking to me or me? I don't know. I mean, they talk to. Well, he's saying, okay, Nkabo says it's very shameful. Zizo say, I don't know, Nigeria is saying, Mr. Man Q, Nigeria must pay for Zimbabwe-Lesotho flights, okay, and stadium costs if you don't want them to play. Oh, there's so much comment here. Nigeria must pay for Zimbabwe and Lesotho flights and stadium costs if they don't want them to play in South Africa. But let's be factual. Back to me, please. I'm wrapping up, but this is the last one I'm going to say on the show. Let's be factual. Let's say the truth. Move, talk true. This thing, a guy be. Not be saying they do it, but a guy be. How can you play your 4 games? This mathematics, now press some. Now last 4 games, now go there home. You know what's home? Somebody say mathematics, you know they work. Not for national team. Because when you play home, you play for pride. You play for dignity. You play for determination. You play for the badge. You play for millions of people watching you. And that's how I want Nigerians, or Nigeria rather, to take that very game when we play Rwanda, and that's a must-win game. But after that game, that same thing where NFF do for Nigeria Rwanda match for Kigali, I would love them to do that. Let me even leave you with some top stories before I leave. There's this one that says, beat Lesotho and qualify for the World Cup. South African coach saying. Another one says, stay with me, I'm just trying to run this. Hold on. This one says, South African coach laments injury to key players ahead of Super Eagles battle. So we have 2 more players who have put out from South African squad. So 2 players are out of their squad. I think the names are Hanover of Germany centre-back, Kemel Okon, will not be playing for the South African play, and also is a Nigerian player, Nigerian-born, South African-born to Nigerian father. And Orlando Pirates, Patrick, I think his name is Manswangai. They are all the latest withdrawal from the South African team. But then they've called up Stephen Bowley and Thabo Molasene to replace that very one. And also, I'll leave you with some of the headlines. Intensive preparation, Super Eagles fans apply for visas for South African World Cup showdown. So Nigeria is coming to South Africa to shock the world and shock South Africans. But this is me signing out. I can't do more because I love to be on the show, but you know my time is up. Okay, that's good. Let me see the last comment. Yeah, it's calling for it. This one says, no, this is not the last comment. This is not the last comment. I already saw this. Now, to the caller, not you. Okay, not me. Eric Limpopo, I see you. Thank you so much. And this one says, talk is cheap. Till then, Bajay Sport, Nigerian guy keeping to the cool. And Osakwe Okechukwu says, Nigeria will win Rwanda convincingly. I'm very certain about it. Please, for every Nigerian person watching me today, let's take it. This one says, Nigeria will beat South Africa, period. His name is Program Directorate. Let's believe that Nigeria can get it right, and let's not even slip back. But when I leave South Africa one side, when we beat Rwanda, all of us will travel, go to that place with our bag, then we'll get the result. But this is me signing out. The show continues tomorrow, 11 a.m. Nigerian time. What we love to do is to give you all of the things that you need to know. We bring it from their house. Cannot come TV, may not know. But for every Nigerian, keep being optimistic. Don't believe that we cannot make it to the World Cup. I say Nigeria making it to the World Cup. And I'm also a proud Nigerian to the call anytime Nigeria. And that's what it is for me. But, when I try to work hard, nobody need to pray. We too pray. That's it. But for everyone who was part of the show today on the comment section, thank you for those comments. Keep them coming even after the show. We bring them to you on the show tomorrow. This is the Sports Republic show. And I remain your host. My name is Kizike, the only football player without a jersey. Tomorrow is what day? It's a Thursday. I'll be on the show to tell them all how Nigeria will beat Rwanda and beat South Africa. This is me signing out. Peace, Lagos, Nigeria.